doing today? How are things going? How is life? Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be a good day. Yesterday was a good day for a lot of different stocks. I'm sorry that I couldn't do an update for everybody. Some people realized the reason why I couldn't do an update. Um, but yeah, a fun day yesterday. A lot of stocks that moved up and down, left and right. You know, the stocks we care about the most didn't really move too much, but you know, they moved. So we can deal with that. We got 18 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. 25 people in here. Let me know if the audio is okay. I think I had to switch some things up, so I don't know if things are okay. Good luck in the lawsuit. Good morning. Good morning. Here's your hope all is well. You sound good. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. How did everybody's day go yesterday? Did everybody go? Did it go well? I was supposed to. Let me see. I gotta put the live stream in the Discord group. Let's see. All right. Good. We're working. We're working. Thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate that. Early in the morning. I appreciate that a lot. Al Capone means the world to me. You got me good, man. Glad you were safe. Yeah, I was contemplating doing it, but I figured it would be pretty good. And the funny thing is, I was looking to stay up. For anybody that lives on like the East Coast, that's when I was looking to really do it. At like, I was gonna upload it at 11:55, so that when I did say that, it just passed 12 o'clock. But I actually fell asleep. So luckily I woke up, or else, I wouldn't have been able to post it. But I think it was fun. It probably got a lot of people worried, but I don't know if I was a good actor. Do you think the scare tactic will? Do I think it's a scare tactic with Mavis dropping? No, I just think it grew too fast. It's not a scare tactic. This just grew really fast to where people are taking their profits in a time where they do believe that it is starting to come down. And like I said, it was a good swing trade. I did see it as a decent swing trade for the next week or so to push up to about 18. It looks like in about 5 days or so, it tends to move up and down. So that's why I said it was a good swing trade. Same thing with Tesla. Both of them went off. This is the first time that I've had a swing trade that has happened in the first like day or day and a half of me, talking about it. Usually it's like a week or 2 weeks to where that takes off. But I knew that MVIS was more of a quick rebound, and so was Tesla, because of the fact that when they are below 600, they really push up. Everyone talks about Riot. Any thoughts on? I mean, I look at them as strong plays, strong swing trades. Some people will say these are long-term plays and all of that, and I only see them as really swing trades. Anything that really doesn't have a dividend, I look at as a swing trade, just because long-term value of a stock, you're holding it on its roller coaster, ups and downs and ups and downs. Even if you don't predict the market absolutely perfectly, and you don't get in at the low, you get in a little bit above the low, but then you end up selling a little bit below the high. Either way, you're making more profits than if you would just go up consistently. So it depends if you can read it the right way. But you should be able to read it the right way, be able to get in and out of a position multiple times. It looks like Ride's making a really decent move. I'm currently up $157 on Ride. I'm looking at them to really push up. It looks like this might be the time to where they are going to start taking off. They're getting back up to where their low of the low was supposed to be. But now they're getting right back up to there. My cost average is about $1 lower than that. I was hoping your video was an April Fool's joke, but your acting had me convinced that it wasn't. I was already making plans to support you halfway through. Well, here's some money anyways. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad that I have good acting. You hear that, Kevin Feige? I would love to be in a Marvel movie, so I deserve a damn Oscar nomination for that video. That's funny. Lost like the first 5 minutes and then had my daughter off to school. That whole time it was so bad for you. All played. So you got to watch the full video. I love the April Fool's joke. Have you convinced? Loser. Oh, loser. Oh man, that's funny. You guys are funny. We got 104 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Get as many people in here. Make sure you send that video to everybody. I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen it. Maybe they'll be convinced as well. I was hoping that a lot of the comments would be. I did end up, I guess, telling people the wrong thing. I was supposed to tell people right in the beginning of me telling you, hey, it's an April Fool's joke, to, put something in the comments saying, I can't believe this happened, instead of like, dang, you got me, like that type of thing. I wanted to fool as many people as possible, but I kind of gave off two different messages there. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and send that to people, maybe send it to Trey, Matt, as many people as you possibly can, just to see if we can get some more people. It might be tough because we have a lot of comments that say, you got me. So I think that'll be funny. Might scare people who don't watch the full video. Well, then they start to go down to the comments, I'm sure, to write a comment, and then they'll say, oh, now I understand, and they'll watch the rest of the video. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I knew right away, just being today. Yeah, that's why I tried to do it last night. Disable the comments. I can't do that because I wanted to say that there's a bunch of support. So I wanted people to say, oh, I support you either way, like all this other stuff. So yeah. I was gonna do something like I sold all my AMC shares, something like that. But I think that would be horrible. I don't want to do that. I'd rather go down the insider trading route than selling all my AMC shares. So I figured that's the best. It helps that Matt and Trey haven't posted yet today. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. They see it and they go, what is going on here? Because literally, I guess people were excited about this. So I had this article here and I literally created this article, and some people were like, I was searching for the article. I created this, put this all together. This person's name is not Jennifer Daniels. I added everything on here and changed it all up. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. Matt Rod is pushing because they announced their beta reveal yesterday after market close. Well, either way, the thing that we could see with Ride is they always have, when stocks have a trend or when companies have a trend that they flow by, typically they continue on that trend for a number of months, number of years. You could see that trend over and over again. You could see the support to where it will have that support. You could see the support and resistance that it will have, and that's where it ended up passing that support based on the fact that we had a down market. And yeah, they could have had that. They had that announcement, right? But that's just the Kickstarter to where it is going to end up pushing up to 16, 18, 20, 31, whatever. So I do see them as a big move because of the fact that they had all of this movement in the past showing their resistance and support levels. Now, if they completely tank as a company, that's a different story, but typically they follow by trends. That's why I always look at the chart and hardly look at news. But yeah. Anybody see the bull run by Doge? I haven't seen it. I bet most were worry-free men, and some were thinking, but what about Carl? Poor dude won't get screen time. Yeah, a bunch of people did mention Carl. Carl's a great cat. Even though they got into the food again yesterday. So, yeah, you had to put that away. Did I see Elon Musk tweet about Doge again? No, I didn't. Can I look up Doge on here? I should be able to, right? Is it just that ticker symbol? This isn't it, is it? No. No, that's not it. Oh well. I'm so mad at you. My girl saw me cry while I was watching that damn prank video. You're in the wrong business. Go to Hollywood. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't even think that I made it as believable as I could have made it. Like I've made some videos that you wouldn't believe that I was acting. I mean, I feel like I could have done better. I did end up recording it again, but I didn't want to, re-edit it, and I think that version was a lot better. Had me like tearing up at times. I feel like it was definitely better. But this one was good. It was good. It wouldn't be Academy Award winning, but it was good. Gave me a heart attack at 4 a.m. Thanks. I'm sorry. At least you're alive, though, Fred Harris. At least you're alive because you're typing that message. That's one here, joke. Sure. NFT. I don't think that was funny. That was pretty funny. Sorry, not sorry. You're proud of that prank. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it so far. And we covered MBIS this morning. It is tanking a little bit this morning. Not too far, right? We are seeing a little bit of a pullback, which it rose way too fast, right? It ended up rising to fame way too quickly, and now you see it, taking a little bit of a hit. The thing is that we're going to see that after you do see a large rise. I understand we did see it like right after we got to the after hours market, and then in the pre-market. We understand that we will see that. But what we need to understand is that it is leveling out at times and showing that it does have strength. This was way too fast of a rise with no real pullback. It did have this little pullback where I thought it could have, finished at 15, and I think that's probably where it should have finished, but it finished above 50%, which is absolutely crazy. And you've seen in the after hours market how it did drop back down and started to level out, and now is continuing to drop down. You might see it go back up to you know, $17, $18 easily. But I don't see this taking a huge like hit, a huge sell off. It's only like $2 that it dropped down, which is technically high, but it's not as high as it really should have been with that fast increase. So we have 300 viewers here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. You know, get it up to 150 likes. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, the feds were really going to take you out. No, nope. Just April Fool's joke. Yeah, at this point, it's just a matter of when AMC will pop. The fact that it's holding, you know, this strong, both of them, all three of them, you know, are holding this strong at certain levels. Yeah, it's just a matter of time before that just skyrockets. Same thing with GME and same thing with Cost. Cost is making those moves every single morning, pretty much, making those large moves to, you know, maybe $2 above, $3 above, $4 above, but it's nowhere near where it could have been. Like you look at, let's look at 3 months. You look at where it was, you know, it was 100 plus. It was at 174 at its highest. Actually had a strong candlestick up at the 129 mark, and then had a couple of strong candlesticks at $94. So showing where it is now at $22, yes, you had all of this leveling out, and you show these pops that it does have. These pops aren't just because people are just pumping it there. People are showing the strength, while hedge funds and anybody that does want to show any type of manipulation is looking to pull it down. And we're seeing that over and over and over again every single day. Same thing goes for AMC, same thing goes for GME. We should have been, you know, pushing up. You look at this increase, that should have continued on that train, all the way up, probably until it got to like $50, to tell you the truth. So I'm right now $177 up on Cost, $149 up on Ride, $157 up on AMC. Rocket is down 900, Zomedica is down 100, and SOS is down 139. Which I want SOS to make a pretty decent move today, or at least next week. But if it doesn't, I'm looking to lower lower my cost average some more. I did buy more of Zomedica yesterday. I wanted to do an update. I bought more of Zomedica, 100 more shares, looking to get probably 40 more shares today to even it out to, you know, 1,000, but we'll see. Matt, I dislike your video. Well done. Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Any type of, you know, interaction with that is great. It took out tons of ammo AMC today. Battle for $10 or $11 today. What's your cost average on AMC? My cost average on AMC is $9.59. Over on Fidelity, it's $9.46. I felt so bad for you because of the insider trading video. You got me. You dink. It's good to know I'm a good actor. This year's Oscar for best leading male performance goes to Matthew Perry. No, not Chandler, the black one. Matthew Prophet Hands Perry. Yeah, that's what it's all about. AMC shorts available 100,000. Wow. Yeah, it's been low for a while. I mean, it was actually high pretty recently. It was up to like 3.3 million, and then went down literally that same day to like 1.6 million or something, or 1.3 million, and then dropped down now to like hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands. When do I see AMC popping? Weeks, months, years? I definitely see it in weeks. To have a pop, yes, in weeks. But if you're looking for like that full squeeze or that full jump up to where, you know, people are thinking it's going to get to, it might be, you know, a month or, you know, a month and a half or something. But if you're looking for where the overall value of the stock is, then you'll see that in years, probably in a year and a year and a half, 2 years, you'll probably see that. People are saying that it could happen, this summer, right? Which is technically now. Didn't the summer already happen, or was that spring? I think that was spring. Yeah, I'm lost with seasons. Why did Doge jump up? I didn't even see it. I think AMC does today. Flatline through holiday weekend. I see us having at least a pullback to $5 or $8 range before it runs up and squeeze. I hope so, because if it does, then I'm buying a lot. And this is where you end up it gets tricky. I would like to see it go up to 20 and then come back down to 5, because it goes up to 20 and then comes back down to 5. I'm buying up everything, because I will sell at 20, buy back in at 5, and it will be the whole boat that I'm buying. It'll be, instead of $20,000 worth of AMC, I'll now have $40,000 worth of AMC. Instead of at a $10 cost average, it'll be a $5 cost average. So I would absolutely love that, because I would hold a ton of shares to really push that up, and it would be absolutely amazing. So it's not something where I would totally give up on AMC, because these shares would still be in here. I would always hold these 244 shares that I have in here, but the 1,500 shares that I have over in Fidelity would be gone if it got up to 20, and then once it does pull back down, I'm buying back in at a massive scale at pretty much everything that I gained, plus the initial investment. Doge went up because of EdTechX. It jumped because anytime Elon tweets, did Elon tweet about Doge? Clearly, a lot of people only watched half the video. Yeah, that's good. Then they get filled in and they go, oh, well, now I watch the rest of it. So they go back to watch it, and I think it's interesting. They legit thought the hedge funds actually two people. Yep. That's line of defense as a desperation move. Yeah, I know. It's definitely something to where it could be the boy who cried wolf, and instead of an April Fool's joke, it could be reality. Depending on how many. I mean, I'm sure they're going to come for other people first. I mean, I only have 400 concurrent viewers versus 9,000 or 10,000. So if they are coming for anybody, it's not going to be me. I think you should put "I'm not a financial advisor" on the bottom of your screen. Um, Possibly, but I say it all the time. And that reminds me, I'm not a financial advisor. This is merely just my opinion. I'm not telling you to invest in anything, and all of the times that I say this, can be used in that lawsuit, if there's any lawsuit, but there's no lawsuit. So a joke like that, you totally got me. I think that's better than saying like I sold all my AMC shares. So I think we win there. Cost, your thoughts on the price? I think the price is low right now. It has its times to where it does kick up, and I do believe in the position to grow. Whether it's up to 40 or whether it's up to 30, I'm looking to sell around $27, gaining a profit out of it, and then having that probably come back down to like 22. If it does, then I'll buy back in at pretty much everything that I gained, plus a little bit more, and we can see how that plays out. Invest in cat food. Well, if they're going to keep sneaking in the cat door and get that cat food and eat it all up, then I'm going to need some more. If it goes to 20 and then drops to 5, sorry, it would have to be a slow drop. It's hard not to buy in. Yeah. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading that. Hard not to buy in between. Yeah, I hear you. Because if you do make that profit, like if I make that, let's say double the amount that I invested, right? Then it's hard to, see that go down and you're like, wait, should I invest now? Because it is pulling back. What's the potential that I could pull back? You just need to have your price targets on when you believe it will get back to a certain level and know that they won't let it rise, a crazy amount and let it stay there. They're going to fight it as it does go up. And they've shown that multiple times. It gets up to 14, they let it pull back to 9. It gets up to, well, I guess it doesn't get up to 15, but it gets up to 17, pulls back to 9, like, or $5 or whatever. They're looking to pull that back as much as possible and pull as many people out as many times as they possibly can. Even though it does go lower, people are getting more and more interested. It's a little bit concerning that they do that. They see it go high and then they end up shorting it to kingdom come. And that's good if you wanted to make a great play out of it, because if they're gonna short it no matter what, then it's not your selling action that's bringing down the price. Now, if everybody did it, then yes, they can short it and we can sell like crazy. And then what would happen is the stock would tank, and we don't want that to happen. But I know I'm gonna take my profit target, and if it hits a new low, then I'm gonna be in there, very, very fast. And even if I get in at $9, I'm okay. If I won't put the whole boat in at $9, but I'll put a large share of it. I'll put all the profits in there at $9, and if it does go lower, then I'll put all of the rest of the amount that I had in there. So the initial investment in at $6 or $5. So then I could split the difference. So if it's at $5 and I invested back in at $9 initially, then I split the difference between 5, and 9, and that'll be my cost average, which I'm fine with. You've done screeners, how-to video for Webull? No, not for Webull yet. I'm still struggling with the screener to get it 100% down, because it doesn't really give me, when I look at, like, say, compared to a Fidelity screener, it doesn't really give me all the same detail, because it only gives you like a certain amount of stocks that you're looking for. I like to look at literally all of them and be able to navigate through all of those. But it doesn't really show everything that you want to look at, and then you start to do the screeners there, but it's not breaking it down the right way. So I just need to navigate through this and get an understanding of how I can build different screeners to show what I want to show. Because typically with different screeners, I'll show different columns. So I'll look at high, low, I'll look at the price action, the spark line, anything like that. But then I'll also add in some other things as we start to look at this. But what I'm noticing is that when you change this, it changes it for like all your screeners. So that's where I'm struggling a little bit. So I like the Fidelity screener there, but whoa, I'll get used to it. I'll figure it out. Thanks for all the financial advice. Good luck with the Feds. If you don't know, I'm not actually battling the Feds. And the Oscar goes to Slow Clap. What a performance. When will GME update outstanding shares? I have no idea. I'm sure whatever they do update, they'll lie to us. Just tuning in. Was that an April Fool's joke video? Yeah, if you stayed to the end, yes, it was an April Fool's joke video. Bro, you got me good. Good to know. We have 502 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We should be about 250 likes. Let's see what Twitch is doing. I haven't even checked it out. Sorry for anybody that is on Twitch. Let's check out what's happening over there. We got 2 viewers over on Twitch. Good morning, Bearded Bear. Thank you for watching. let's check out. Thank you for hitting that like button. Continue to hit that like button. Get it up to 250. 250 likes would be amazing. It was still March 31st when I had watched it. Well, technically I uploaded it on in the middle of the night, so I uploaded it at 12, which I was supposed to upload it at 11:55, just so that when I did say in the video, you know, it's about that time, that it actually was about that time. But since it was March 31st, I wanted it to be, you know, as believable as possible. But the thing is, I fell asleep and I uploaded it on April 1st at midnight. So it kind of sucked. I wanted to do it beforehand. But, you know, it still worked. It still fooled some people. Anyone else waking up to snow this morning? Had to get my girlfriend. Wish that wasn't an April Fool's joke. Yeah, I don't have any snow. I forgot about April Fool's. Had to get my girlfriend after you got me. That's funny. Totally got me with the April Fool's joke video. Bro, you totally got me. It actually seemed like you had been crying. Better actor than the other Matthew Perry. Could I be any more Oscar worthy? Won't get me next year. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see. This is one of my favorite days of the year. Usually is me getting people instead. You got me bad. I don't usually do it, so this is like, I think this is the second year that I did something. I've only been doing YouTube for a little over 2 years. So I had 3 chances of doing it because I started in January of 2019. So I had 3 chances of doing it, but I only did it one other year, I believe. I think it might have been the first year. I don't remember. Did the Academy Awards contact you yet? Not yet. We have 475 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. So what do I believe is going to happen today? It looks like we have a lot of green today. We might see some really good days for a lot of the big movers that we've seen yesterday as well. So Tesla looks like it's making a really, decent move from this 591, really pushing up to 683. So that was in my swing trade of the week. If you wanted to get a decent swing trade out of it, you could have bought 10 shares and easily gained like $800 from that, or $900, right? Same thing with MVIS. MVIS was also my swing trade of the week. I had to do 2 because I couldn't really decide on one. I wanted to make it a better price target for some people who just can't afford Tesla. Tesla's expensive, and sometimes I can't afford 10 shares, so I don't expect everybody else to. So MVIS was definitely a pick for me over the next couple of days. Looking at, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of those days, I was looking for that to really push up, but it did it quicker than I thought it would, and it is pulling back right now. You're going to see that. You're going to see a pullback with any large increase. You're going to see a little bit of a pullback, and then it'll show its strength. Probably end up bouncing off of if you look at the 15 moving average, it's way far away from the 15 moving average. So it's probably going to find a way to bounce off of that towards midday, somewhere around the $15 mark. That's where I thought they were going to come back to, was $15. So we'll see how that goes. Sorry, I forgot the like button. I smashed it. Thanks for hitting that like button. Hopefully you didn't break your phone or computer or mouse, whatever you're smashing the like button with. Good morning, Matt. Can you look at CLVR short interest info on Fintel? Just want your opinion. Your video got me so bad I was yelling at my phone. You got me good. That's funny. All right, well, let's look at that, and then we can also look at the Fintel data. So it looks like the short volume ratio for CLVR is 23%. You got 338,000 short volume, 1.4 million market volume, 10,000 short shares available. That's low. And then 40% short borrow fee ratio, which is really high. It's not as high as I've seen it. That's definitely interesting. Definitely has a little bit of potential there, right? I don't know how much we can believe FinTel's number, but definitely has some potential there. Let's see what the actual position is doing. So it looks like it's more recent than anything. So December is where you've seen that introduced. Did have quite a bit of movement, fluctuating movement from $8 to $10. So that's good movement. And then from $8 to $11, seeing that kind of stair step on the way up, higher highs and higher lows at that moment, did take a kind of a massive drop to basically creating a support level where it did rapidly increase to $22 and then fall off. It really doesn't have enough information for me to go off of when it comes to the chart. Now it has a lot. I can basically say that looking at what happened here, you can definitely see as it's starting to hit these lows here, it could see a jump or more of a bounce off, or bounce back. That's what I'm looking for. So from $10, you can actually see that bounce to 12 or to 14 easily. Don't know the reasons behind why this is. Maybe it's being shorted like hell. But there may be some more news that goes into why it is dropping that much. It might not just be the fact that a lot of positions are down, but what I would look for here is I would look for some sort of bounce. So like you would see with something like, let's see, like a ride, I'm looking for that bounce. Once we see that bounce, then you're gonna know, yeah, this is starting to increase, this is starting to move up. It's gonna show that indication with that crossover of the 50 moving average to the 200 EMA and actually indicate an uptrend. So my opinion is that it has potential. It doesn't have a lot of information to go off of when we let's look at recently viewed. It doesn't have a lot of information to go off of, but it does have a lot of movement that you can show any type of predictability. So yeah, I would say this shows as more of a sort of a support line. It's a little bit lower than it, but sort of a support line. It fights at that moment, and you can see that it is looking to push up. So yeah, up 1% right now. I can definitely see it making a move upward, either right here or push down to this $8 mark and then making a jump as well. So it does look like something that could be a decent swing trade, in my opinion. Ace Henderson. We have 545 people in here. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. I spent 5 minutes looking at the article. Thought looking for the article. Google it. Let me down. That's funny. That's funny, Mike Harrison. That's funny. Yeah, I tried to create the article, make the article as believable as possible. I didn't know if anybody would pause the video and read what I actually wrote. I was gonna put something in there as like, this is an April Fool's joke, but I felt like it would be too, I don't know, it would be too obvious to put something in the article that's an April Fool's joke. What's your opinion on Y-Key? Dead fish or more potential? Just looking at the chart, right? We can kind of not really worry about all this stuff. You do have a little bit of growth on the way up, but then it starts to flatten out. So I'm gonna not look at that. So from this $5 mark, you can see that it did have rapid growth over a number of days, where it did not show strength anywhere. It didn't flatten out and show any type of strength. It just showed a lot of buying power in spurts. So a lot of people looking to buy it up and showed no strength whatsoever. This is not something that I would look at as an opportunity. It just doesn't show enough to me. Yeah, it can show buying power here and show that large amount of strength for a short period of time, but it doesn't hold it. I'm not saying that it's not investable. You might be able to find a position where you can get in and get a decent swing out of it, but I could tell you that right now, I don't know where it would be predictable at. Now, it could be something that is stair-stepping on the way up, even though it is showing those decreases. You're seeing the stair-step, and this might be a portion of a trend. You're seeing a little bit of an increase. Are we going to see that, kind of kick up here, higher than what the higher high was, and then end up, dipping down and flattening out again? Are we going to see that over and over again? It looks like a trend, a complete stair step, really. But yeah, I would say it's just so tough to see any type of strength because it's not holding any prices. It goes up, it doesn't hold the price. It goes up, it doesn't hold the price. It's a little weird to me. Am I the only person who knew it was a joke right from the thumbnail? Really? You knew it from the thumbnail? I tried to make it as just, I took a picture and posted it and that was it. Kind of believable. But I guess people didn't realize that. Can you please give a little analysis for your fellow 8? Analysis on what? Was anybody else thinking about starting a GoFundMe to help Matt this morning? I did get that. I think I got that comment like once, or maybe twice. I don't know. I read through a lot of the comments last night, but this morning I was trying to look at all the comments. There's like 500 some odd comments on there, and that's crazy for the amount of views that are there. So continue to pump that video, continue to push that out. Sorry, my bad, GME. So let's look at what GME has to offer. A lot of people think that GME is gonna really make some moves. The thing that I like to see over the last couple of days, besides this large decrease that we've seen, we could see that AMC was making more moves down than it was up, but GME actually looked pretty solid in the pre-market and the actual market open, and you could see a little bit of an increase over the last however many days. So even though we are seeing that decrease from here, from that $204 mark, we're seeing definitely an increase, and it's not looking like anything that's crazy flat. Yes, it's 2%, it's kind of flat, but you are seeing a little bit of an increase, showing that it does have buying strength. We're just not seeing the volume. You could see that in any day that we are looking at AMC, GME, all these positions, is that the volume right now before Good Friday has just been ridiculously low. 42K in volume right now, and we have about a little over an hour until the market opens. So we need to see more volume before we see that pop, and I think we will see that volume. We just need, once we get past Good Friday, once we get to next week, I think we're going to see a lot more volume with these positions. But you're starting to see a lot of people spread out and get interested in some other areas, which is understandable. You're going to get interested in other areas, and I'm very upset that I didn't make the move into Fubo TV. I still believe that they can make a move up, but we'll talk about that later. GME though, I think they're having a pretty positive move from this decrease, seeing a steady increase. Yes, it did come back down, but think of that as more of just a reset to the 15 moving average, to where it is starting to follow that 15 moving average and starting to go above it. So you can see that crossover indicates an uptrend, and we're going to continue to see that uptrend, whether it's a slow uptrend and then eventually pop. That's what I'm thinking will happen with GME. It might not be today. We might see a pretty decent pop, but a comeback to earth really with this. But it looks like all of these positions are really going to be flat, and including Rocket. But Ride right now is making a good move for me. I just want to see that 15 moving average cross over the 200 EMA, and whenever that does, we're going to see an indication of an uptrend up to $15, $16, $17, $18, $31 or so. So we have 593 people, almost 600 people in here. We're almost at 300 likes. Actually, I'm lying. We're 50 likes off. But if you hit that like button, we can get to 300 likes, and that'll be half of what the concurrent viewers are. Kick what guy? I'm being investigated for insider coitus. That's I don't know if that's a I don't know if that's a good joke. What do you think of Zom? I love Zom. I'm pretty much not heavily invested in Zom, but I have about 1,000 shares. I'm probably going to up it to 1,000 shares today. I am finally below $1.70. I'm looking for that to push up to $2.15 or $2.25. The highest point of $2.50. Now I do believe that it can still go up higher than that. It has a lot of potential, but I always look for the halfway marks just to get out quicker and also take that profit without any chance of it coming back. Now, it could increase a crazy amount. People think that it's a crazy long-term play and it could get to $10 or $12. And I totally believe them that it could possibly get to that point. But right now, I'm looking to make that play. And what I'm going to do is set a stop loss. If it comes down, then it comes down. And I'll keep adjusting my stop loss as it goes up, which is something that I plan to do with a lot of positions that I own, because I don't want to lose out on potential profits, but I also don't want to, I don't even know what words I'm looking for. I got distracted from different positions. I don't want to lose out on potential profits, but I'm just going to leave that go because I literally lost my train of thought. It's gone. It's completely gone. The point is I don't want to lose out on potential profits. So I'm going to set that stop loss. Wow, that really left my... That's crazy. Yes, Hayden. You talking to somebody else? Oh, you're talking to Hayden. I was going to say that's my daughter's name. AMC going to drop low, then skyrocket. Yeah, or then hit the rocket jets. Yeah, I believe it's gonna grow as well. I don't know if it will drop low first. It did drop down to $8.75, which would have been a great time to buy in more. If you could have found a way to sell at the $14 mark and get back in at 18, you could have made a decent amount of money. That would have been about $8,000, $9,000 for me at least. But it didn't take that. Didn't know if it was going to come back. It looks like that's the trend that they're making. Happen here. So I'm trying to look for any type of support levels here, but it's just flat. It's so flat. Look at this. Like I've never seen a stock that flat until it hits like its true bottom. And I think it was flat when it was down here at this mark, the $5 mark. It was pretty flat. But yeah, you can see that over these number of days, and then it did end up increasing. So this is, obviously gets people a little bit concerned. They're like, oh, well, you know what? I don't want to hold on to something that's flat, and then they end up selling. And I understand where they're coming from, but we're going to see that increase soon. We definitely are. Zom is now up 1%. Fubo TV is up 6%, was up 7%, which I do see them coming back and making a move. I want to be able to invest into that, but I feel like I'm holding too many positions right now. You can see that it does have potential. It does have those touch points to, come back to easily. Something that will be a decent swing off of it. It shows a lot of potential. So right now, Ride for me is up, obviously 8% on the day. For me, I'm up to $167 of an increase, of a gain. I've noticed AMC will dip right before a big gain. Do you think institutions and hedges working together possibly? Yeah, I think certain institutions have like hedge funds in their back pocket, or sorry, the other way around. Hedge funds have institutions in their back pocket just because, just because they do. And I think that could be a possibility, yes, that they could be working together. But you probably will see a lot of institutions, a lot of other firms, a lot of other hedge funds that are buying into the position to actually gain a ton of profit out of it. So I think that some, yes, but not a crazy, crazy amount. Hedge funds have enough money in order to manipulate as much as they want, like billions of dollars, right? So I think it could be a possibility, but it's not something that we need to take, absolutely like seriously there. Could be a little piece to drop any type of stock, but yeah, you're going to see any type of dip before you do see an increase, and this might be that dip. $10 might be that dip, $8 might have been that dip. We were seeing an increase over a number of days, a number of weeks, and we did see that decrease to where it's hovering at that $9 mark, just like we got up to $17, dropped down to $5 and held for a while, and then increased up to $11. We might see that hover around $10 for a little bit and then increase and double in price up to $20. So yeah, I'm still negative $331 when it comes to my AMC. I have never broken above, and I have 100 stocks. You have 100 shares. That's what you're saying. That's good. At what point do you break even then? Were you closer to that? Obviously at $14.50 or $14.80 that it was at. How close were you to breaking even at that point? Yeah, you're right. Not everything is manipulation. 100%. There's a lot of people that are selling off, but with the amount of people that are holding to the position, it makes no sense. It doesn't. And you can agree when people are holding a number of stocks, it obviously makes it more desirable for the shares that are left. So bringing that stock price up only makes sense. And the only thing that can really, challenge that is shorting the heck out of the position. If we're holding a lot of the actual, shares, then they're shorting those shares. They have to buy them, they have to cover them, but they don't have any shares to buy because we're holding so many, right? NVIS is still up. Yeah, I mean it's down quite a bit, like 10%, but it was making a move. Yesterday, it made a huge move yesterday, which was unsustainable. And I said that in yesterday's video, it was unsustainable. And people may be taking their profits. It makes sense if they take their profits. I'm not going to hold it against them if they do this. And that's what it looks like. That sold MVIS at 19, just under yesterday's high. Do you think it's worth it to pick back up today at its low? It's currently at $16.68. I would probably hold off a little bit. You're probably going to see it take a little bit of a dive, maybe to like 15. That's where I'm thinking that it would be great to get in at. But yeah, it's still dropping down a little bit, and I can definitely see it take more of a dive in the open than anything. So probably wait. But that's good that you got out of MVIS at its high, showing that you are close to its high. You can't get out at exactly where the absolute high is. I understand that because it comes back too quick. But yeah, I 100% think that it will come back down. Not all the way down to like $12 or $13, but it could possibly reach that $15 mark, like even $15 mark. So if you can get in mid $15, I think that's close enough to the low, in my opinion. Good to see you this morning. I thought you would have bars in front of your face. Yeah, because they'll let me stream with these bars in front of my face. We have 680 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Get this out to as many people. Also, if you see that video, share that video with some people. Anybody that'll think that's funny, whether it's a YouTuber or on Twitter, whatever. Just share it. Would like to get that out there and see how many people I can actually fool, especially I mean, there's some people that got it right away, and the closer it gets to like 12 o'clock, the more that people realize that it's April Fool's. So I want people to realize this in the morning, and then not go through the rest of the day and say, oh, well, this is definitely an April Fool's joke. Because there are a number of creators that I will see post at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, or like 12 or 5 or whatever. And I'll go, yep, April Fool's joke. I know that it's April Fool's in the morning. Some people won't think that it's April 1st. So definitely do that. I have 2 option buys. First point at $27 and $30 expiring today. Am I better off selling or advertising? Also, NIO call at 40. I am not great at options, but where are, let's see, charge point? I'm guessing that this is it. At $27 and $30 expiring today. Option buys a charge point expiring today. Am I better off selling or exercising? I have no idea what that means. If you're looking for that stock to go up, or you're looking for that stock to go down, I'm horrible with options. I never choose to trade options at all. So I feel like I'm no help, and I would be butchering everything that I talk about. So I'm gonna leave it at that one. Thank you for the super chat there, but I do not know enough about options just to speak on that and give you any type of opinions, because it's not advice. What do I think of Desktop Metal as a long-term investment? Long-term investments are tricky for me. If it doesn't have a dividend, I don't consider it a long-term investment. If you're looking for it as a growth stock position, how long-term are you thinking? Because these positions here, and you would probably have to look at some of the news, but these positions here show a definite swing. You know, I can see this as a swing trade easily. A double bottom here, double bottom where it is at now, yeah, easy swing trade. Easy to get back up to 21, easy to take a profit short term, and probably long term if you could find a way to get back up to that point. It did not show strength any time down here, but you can see this double bottom and see that it is at a W formation. It fought back and now is up here. You can see right now in the pre-market is up 3%. You can definitely see a great swing trade out of this over the next couple of days. I don't know how long it takes to get back up there, so let's take a look at 3 months. We could see that it was up to 21, you know, on the 22nd, and then dropped down to its low on the 30th. So we can look at like 8 days and say that it could possibly be back up to this $21 mark for a swing trade. I don't know if I see this as a long-term investment. My long-term investment plays are index funds, mutual funds, dividend positions, ETFs, like things that are slow growers but consistent growers, not something that fluctuates. So I wouldn't consider this as a long-term investment, but it depends how risky you want your portfolio. So where it is now, I think it's solid to invest at a low. So if it does continue to come back and, you know, fluctuate between where this price is, then you're fine. I don't know enough of the news to tell me that it's going to be like the next, you know, Tesla in stock price, or the next Apple or whatever. But yeah, it definitely looks like a good swing, I'll tell you that. I'll just put swing trades. I'll just put swing trades instead of, can I edit the, I'll do it here. I think I can edit the name. Edit. So yeah, that would be my opinion there. I use DM3 printers. NVIS, Microsoft signed almost $22 billion contract for withholding U.S. Army. All your trades are swing. Yeah, I mean, I look for swings or look for day trades, and that's my main push. Is not really long term positions. I do have my long term positions over in Fidelity, and I don't care about reviewing those. I just care about holding them, whether it's dividend positions, ETFs, whatever it is. But yeah, anything you see me trade over here will probably be swings. I mean, it makes sense if you have, if you're looking at something actively and you want to, one, keep people's interest is the fact that you have swing trades, not something that you're holding long term, saying, hey, this is my portfolio and I'm not doing anything with it today. No, if cost goes up to $27 today, you know that I'm making that move getting out. I'm probably going to put my stop loss there, but I'm making that move getting out at that point. That's probably going to be more of a month move, maybe a couple of weeks, to where it does push up to $18, $21 or so. Oh man. That's funny. That's funny. People texting me like, "Oh, you got me this morning." Cost being pumped each morning and sold off during the day. Yeah, you're right, and that's why I'm looking for that to happen. Do you think YouTubers commenting on stocks will eventually be regulated somehow? I don't know how they could. I think they can. I think they could try and implement something, but I don't know how they could. I think with the forums though, with like the Reddit forums, right now we don't have enough pull on YouTube because with like Reddit, you have 9 or 10 million people that are constantly talking about a position, and whenever something goes against, the hedge funds, or whenever they start shorting a lot of positions, then we talk about it, right? So that could be something that would be worse than the YouTubers talking about stocks, because YouTubers talking about stocks, unless you're telling people, hey, invest at this moment, and you have 2 million people that are watching you, yeah, that's probably horrible for you, and you're probably going to go to jail, to tell you the truth. You can't sit here and say, hey, invest in this now. Everything's merely my opinion. Everything's merely my opinion. I'm not going to push any stock on anybody. So I don't know if it'll be regulated somehow, but yeah, me too. Shame on you, Matt. When and what price did you sell RKT? I haven't sold RKT yet, so I'm looking to sell Rocket above $30, somewhere around 30 to 35, possibly. I do see them pushing higher than that, but they just don't have enough fuel in the tank right now. Same thing with all the other positions that are in the same boat. They don't have enough fuel in the tank. I'm seeing a lot more of I'm holding a lot more money into quote unquote meme positions than anything else. But I do see a lot of potential in the growth because mainly what I'm looking at is the chart. I'm not looking at any type of news. I'm not really looking at all that information that tends to overwhelm people and get them thinking, is this going to affect it in a positive way or a negative way? Are we going to see a crazy increase or a crazy decrease? Yeah, there's some news sources that, if you have a merger, then you understand that could be a really positive effect on what your stock, what the stock you have is doing. Are you going to average down again? Possibly, yes. I'm right now at $25.99, which I think is pretty low, but I might average down again. I believe I'm holding, I don't even know how much I'm holding in my account. I'm holding 4,300, so I can technically average down quite a bit if I wanted to. but I'm holding that for any type of day trades that I wanted to do today. Which if I do see any in certain positions, I will make that. Typically, I won't make the day trades while I'm on live because it just, tell you the truth, the chat gets in the way of me making my day trade and selling at certain highs and lows in different positions. So that's where it ends up being difficult. Tesla's looking like it's making a really decent move, back up to that $700 mark, to where it does have a firm like resistance points. 100,000 short shares available in AMC. We see some movement today in the market after Biden's positive talk. I think we'll see movement in the market, but will we see movement in these positions? I don't know. It looks like they're on the verge of, right where reversal will be, around that 1-2%. If they hover around that 1-2%, it ends up being tricky to see any type of gain there. Yes, you can continue to see that grow, but most likely you're going to see that reverse and end up pulling back. And it sucks, but it's true. I didn't even have positive talk, or just gibberish. Huh. I heard about what's going on with you, and I'm sorry that I haven't been around, but I wanted to let you know that I'm always supporting you, brother. I don't know if you've seen the rest of the video, but it was an April Fool's joke. But I appreciate your support a lot. Crypto is the future. Feds are literally running the dollar into being worthless. 100% true. Where's Carl? Carl is away from the food, so I think he's upstairs. Because he keeps going into the food. I can't. He goes into the food. He busts through doors. I literally have the wine door that I have the food behind closed. I have it blocked off. I can't do anything else. He keeps breaking in. I don't know why and how. That's a dope hoodie, bro. Thank you. My wife bought it for me. Super Carl. Yeah, I have no idea what he's on, but he breaks through doors that like my children couldn't get through. We have 674 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me go ahead and add my MP Shorts channel because I'm going to upload there later today. But I want to add that Shorts channel so people know, people subscribe. If you are interested in my content, we are at 800 or 791 subscribers. So definitely hit that subscribe button. Where did I post that? Whatever. Exactly how much COVID is coming from the border? I don't think that's the case. I think COVID is coming from within. I don't think that's an issue. It was here way before we thought it was. All right, so what are your thoughts on ZOM? My thoughts on ZOM is that if you're looking for my my price target, you can see that it is, steadily hovering between, like yesterday, I think it got up to 173. Yeah, it got up to 173 yesterday. And my price target or my cost average is $1.69. I am looking for that to push up to 215, 225, or 250 or so. That's where I'm looking for that to push to. Once we do see a lot of positive movement in the markets, we're going to continue to see that. So I believe that this can definitely move. But right now I'm continuing to lower my cost average. I have about 1,000 shares. I'm going to look to up it 40 more shares today to get to an even 1,000 shares, depending how low it gets. Right now it's at $1.59, up less than 1%. But I think we could see some positive movements. We just need some really good news from Trueforma. Obviously, looking at the fact that they released it early did derail a lot of profits that you could have gained, especially the ones that I could have gained while the rumor was still out. But I do believe it could push up to easily $2 or $2.50, and the reason why I'm not selling at $3 is because I don't believe I can sell close to the high. I am going to set a stop loss at $2.50, and if it does continue to go up to $3, then I'll adjust my stop loss. But people think that the long-term play of ZOM is that it's going to go to like $5, $10, $15, and I can see it, but I just don't I don't see it now. I'm thinking with my short-term brain rather than with a long-term brain. So we'll see how this plays out. But for me, I'm just looking for a short-term gain here. I'm currently down $104 as it is down to $1.59. So we'll see how this does play out. But yeah, I'm not stressing it. It's only about $600 or a little bit more than that, I guess, once I do invest more. Carl has a fat problem. Also, what do you think of buying President Trump's social media stock? What do I think about buying it? If the chart's moving the right way, yeah, I mean, I'll buy it. I'm not saying, are you saying like, yeah, I would, if it's moving the right way, then yes, I'll buy it. I'll buy it on a short-term basis. If it has a dividend, then yes, I'll probably hold it for a longer term. But it depends how good the dividend is. But yeah, I'm not against buying anything if the chart is moving the right way. I don't care. It's not a political thing for me. It's more or less how much money I can make with a certain position. So if the setup is there, I'm in there. You have me going to call a lawyer to help him out at the end of the video. He said it was a joke. Yes, I did say it was a joke. Sorry that I'm too good of an actor. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I look for the setup. If the setup is there, I'm in there, But if the setup is not there for Trump's social media stock, then no, I'm not going to be in there. But I need to see the setup first. Is Dogecoin an April Fool's joke? It jumped too. I don't know. Do you like Goku or Vegeta? Goku, of course. Come on. Vegeta's great too. I like the combined form of them. Is it Gogeta? My heartstrings twitched. Sorry, MDH trading. Can you please talk about swing trade of Tesla? It moves up and down so much, and I only got 2 shares. Can I make money buying and reselling? Absolutely. Tesla is ridiculous when it moves. you have to see where these like support levels are and resistance levels are, where the strength actually is. A lot of times, what you're seeing in the last couple of days has been support of around $600. It was really pushing back and forth between that $600 mark. And yes, it did get down to 591, but once it gets down there, people are starting to get interested. And that's where I said, look, it's definitely an investment opportunity. You can get into this. I would like to see it go lower, but it doesn't hurt to put some in there and see that skyrocket, gain some money out of it. If you could have bought 10 shares, you could have easily gained $900 just from this move over the last 2 days. So, and it's something as simple as it moving, you know, and it sounds more difficult than simple, of it moving $90 or $100 really. And that's exactly what it did. From 591, if you wanted to get in at maybe, you know, 600, you could have got in at 600 and drove it up to, you know, $86 here. Or you could have gotten in at the low of 591 and then ended up selling at whatever the high is of the day. So I guess 686, I don't know where it got to, 688, close to $100, which would have been $1,000 if you had 10 shares. So I definitely see Tesla as a huge swing trade opportunity off and on. Any stock that moves a crazy amount, like if you can actually make those purchases, like Amazon, like Tesla, who else? I guess Apple moves a little bit more, but any stock that really moves a lot, I'm trying to think of other ones. Some tech stocks typically do that. You can actually make a decent profit swing trading those short term, you know, really short term, just making it move $20. I made $400 on Tesla in 5 minutes before, and I made another like $300 in a matter of like 30 minutes. So it's really quick, and you can make a decent amount of money. RSI cannot predict sentiment. You're right. You're right. There's a lot of factors that go into it. Netflix is one of them. All right, so we have almost 700, 675 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, if you want to follow my MP Shorts channel, please do so. I upload all types of videos. I will change the picture today. So I'm going to do that every month. I will change the picture and maybe the color of the background before I update some things. I don't know. It just makes it easier for me to be able to post about AMC when I have like this setup, especially if it's a quick video. It deserves a quick thumbnail. But we can see what we're at right now. If we rose, we're at 793. So thank you for everybody that subscribed. But yeah, I'm looking to push that to 1,000 subscribers and also get that to the hours of watch time that's necessary. So yeah. Go back to MP Shorts, put that on there. Just SNAO with big moves in the pre-market. Let's see what that's looking like. Yes, with huge moves in the pre-market, up 30%. But if you didn't get in now, you pretty much missed the boat. It came back pretty hard. And it's so difficult to sell your shares in the after hours market that even though it did increase and decrease, it's so tough to see that. It was up a lot more from what, $6 or I guess $7 or even higher than that, to where it did increase. It closed at $7.43 and was all the way up to $12.35, and now it's down to $9.70. So it's still a pretty decent move, but it was a larger move before that. Ride is still up, you know, basically 8%. I'm still up $167. All right, alrighty then. Where's them tears at? I want to see you cry. I can actually do it pretty easily, but yeah, it was kind of tough in that video. I did it in the video after that. I recorded like an eighth take of the video, and yes, people were right. I was laughing at times, and I didn't have the right reaction, so I had to record multiple times. I wish you were streaming all day. Other YouTubers get so distracted from making money. Yeah, 100%. The only thing I would say about streaming all day is it would kind of distract me from any day trades that I make all day. So that would suck, but I think I would still be able to do some. I just have to, focus a little bit. Because if you actually see me day trade, it looks like Fubo TV is making a pretty decent move up to $23. I'm still looking at them as a pretty decent gain. I want to see this jump, and this might be the starting point. I might have to buy some shares into that. How much do I have of? So about 8,000 shares of Rocket. Sorry, not 8,000 shares. $8,000 worth of Rocket. But I think I could buy like 100 shares worth of Fubo TV and see that jump. That's not a bad option. I do want to see that move though. I wanted to see from $20 up. But I want to see what it's going to do. I have a feeling that it's going to really push today. I have a really strong feeling that it's going to push today. I might have to really look at that. Too late to go into GME? I mean, I don't think so. I think they're going to have a little bit of a dive down today, but not too far. You can see that they have had consistent growth over the number of days, even though it looks like they are down. If you look at it over the last couple of weeks or last couple of days, you're going to see that they are up, minus this day, obviously. But if you even include the 25th in here, you're going to see that they're up a significant amount. But I would just include this to see what the actual growth is, maybe predict what the growth will be today as well. Of course, Doge is going to pump today. I don't even see what Doge is doing. Can I look that up on Webull? Because I've been trying to look it up and I can't find it. Why did AMC jump 20 cents right now? I don't know. Did I take a look at Vizio? Is Vizio still pumping? Doge is visible in Webull. What's the symbol that I look up? I did search for Doge, but let me quickly look at Vizio. It's up 1% today. It was down 1% yesterday. I want to see where it's going to show its strength, because this could, like I said yesterday, could continue to pump, but this did show where it could consolidate at, which is interesting. This could show where the high actually is. So, a little interesting there. Doge USD. That's what I looked up, but it looked pretty high of price. Dogecoin, Doge USD. This is it. Pumping from 5 cents up to 7 cents. Dude, like what did I do? What did I do? TAU? Is it Tau? What did I do? Let me add this to a certain list. Nice April Fool's joke, Sam the King. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Got the hedge funds. We got your back. You never told anyone to buy any specific stock. A day in the life. Did you see the end of the video? I want to crack some hedge fund skulls. Did you see the end of the video? Oh, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was an April Fool's joke. I created the article. Here's the. Oh wait, that's not. I'm dragging the whole thing. Here's the article that I created. Hedge funds fighting back. 216 retail traders under investigation for insider trading. I think it was pretty believable. So yeah, I sold 85,000 Doge at 2 cents. Check out FTFT. What's FTFT doing? That's making a pretty decent move, up 22%. That's pretty big. I would see that as a missed opportunity, really, because it is, it pumped past this low, right? So did push off of this support level, right, and did jump up quite a bit from $4 up to $8 in a matter of days. You pretty much doubled your balance there, so you're good. Okay, 14K shares sold 11K shares a week ago for a loss. That's usually how it goes. What do I think of Rolls Royce? I thought that was a good move. I just didn't. I can't buy into the OTC markets. I believe it's on my popular list. Maybe not. So yeah, let me quickly check what's going on with that one video. All right, 7.1K views. I'll take it. It's interesting though. It's interesting. I have a bunch of people texting me telling me that that I got them. That's funny. That's funny. You have to type in Doge USA, yeah, or USD. I did type that in and I added it to my crypto list. What are your thoughts on Tesla? I thought Tesla was a great swing trade in the beginning of this week, and I said it. Same thing with MVIS, and I guess some people took my word for it. I did think it was going to take a little bit longer to move, but it did it pretty fast. Honestly, man, your prank was top notch. That's good to know. That's good to know. Thank you for saying that. Can you wear your blue jean jacket on live stream one day? That's a good joke too. Whoa, whoa! I like that. I like that jean jacket. What do you think of the strategy of buying a stock below the MA and selling at the MA? I do like buying below the 15 moving average. That's typically where I will look for it. I'll look for a strong pull below that 15 moving average, knowing that it's going to, push back to it. And most times I will look to sell between where the price is and where the moving average is, because a lot of times it will not get exactly back to the moving average, or sometimes it won't get back to the moving average, or the moving average will come to the stock price. So I always try and look for that halfway mark in between where it is and where it could be. So if I am looking at here and it's starting to push down here, right there, I know that it's probably going to come down a little bit more before it ends up coming up. So you're not going to be able to sell at the moving average where it is at this current price where it is going down. So say it's down to 444 here, or 442, you could see that the moving average is at 537, 537 here. And then as it starts to get down to where it will reach the moving average, it reaches it at 515. So you have to account for where it's going to move, not just where it is. But yeah, I use the 15 moving average all of the time. Matt, long time listener, first time poster. I really appreciate the not financial advice. You're the man. Keep up the great work. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that a lot. It settled at $10. Previously settled at $6. I don't know what you're talking about here. FTFT? No, I guess not, because it's not $10. Are we talking about AMC? AMC, yes, previously settled at like between 6 and 5, if that's what you're saying, and now it's settling at $10. So we are seeing that the calm before the storm is what people are saying. And then it can jump from there. So we have 600 people in here. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. It does help out the channel a ton. I'm gonna play one more ad here. We do have 25 minutes until the market opens. Ugh. Whoops. I don't want to do that. Let me post to my video. Oh. Sorry, let me just type this up before I get back into stock stuff. I didn't type that right. All right. Perfect. I don't get ads. Well, that's good. It's good. I get ads for math. Not sure. That's funny. That's funny. We got 581 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. What do you guys want to look at? If it squeezes, it will happen overnight. If not, could see 20 for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely saying we could see 20. And like I said, for me, you're seeing Zom that's making a little bit of a move. But for me, I'm looking to, sell at 20 or at least set my stop loss at 20, because if it does end up pulling back, which they're looking to do over and over and over again, and looking to consolidate higher and higher and higher from what I'm noticing, consolidate at 6, consolidate at 10, consolidate at 12, or 14 or 15 or whatever, and then keep consolidating as it goes up. So if they're going to keep doing that and keep pushing it down, then I'm just going to invest in at the lows and take my profits. Discovery went up a lot this week. Overnight. What do you mean overnight? Basically the after hours market. Typically you're going to see a lot of movement in the after hours market. Yeah, I mean, it's moved a little bit, but it has had a decrease here. I don't know if this is the right thing I'm supposed to be looking at. I don't know what the position I'm supposed to be looking at. It looks like it might be this one, but I'm not a penny stock person, so I'm going to leave that alone. Typically, I'm not a penny stock person, but crypto, I guess, is a different story. I'm looking to get into different cryptocurrencies. Like I said, with Ethereum, that's going up. I would like to see that drop, which you might see it still drop. I don't really know. I want to see it go down to like the previous lows here. That would be amazing, and then be able to buy into those positions. So we'll see how that goes. Why do you think the shorts cover in after hours? I don't know. To get ready for the higher volume in the day, I would say probably. I don't really know the true answer to that, but yeah, that's what I would say. I'm so tired. I was so tired yesterday. Do long weekends tend to favor buyers or sellers? I think typically sellers for the most part. Because weekends in general favor sellers, really, because you look at what you want to have happen during the weekend. A lot of people don't want to hold over the weekend. It's just too much to worry about. Even though it's not moving, you're still holding over the weekend, and your money is sitting in something where it really can't be moved. So most people don't want to do that. So weekends don't really favor buyers. Anything that's where you can't pull your money out is not going to favor any buyers. It's going to favor the sellers. Good Friday tomorrow. That's why. That's why there's no market. Well, no movement in the market. Been booming lately, like the only crypto that has been. I usually buy Doge on the weekends, but probably not this weekend now. Am I dumb if I chase Doge right now at 6 cents? I'm reading things that's impressing me. No, if you think that it's a buy, I'm definitely interested at, like right now, I really can't tell where it's going to go, but you really can't tell where crypto is going to go until it has like its hype behind it. So for me, I'm not looking at the account, but let's go back to here. So for me, when I look at certain positions, yes, I'm looking for a lot of information that will tell me where it can get to. it shows where it can pump to at its highs and even surpass those highs. But I wouldn't say, yes, it would be considered chasing it. But if you're doing it for the long term, if you're doing it for literally holding, $1,000 worth of Doge and just letting it sit there, then yeah, I mean, you're fine. I think you're okay. And if it's something that tanks, then it's $1,000 that you're losing. And yes, that's a lot, but it may be a little bit in the long term, So I've been thinking about it. $5 is a place where it is consolidating, right? Or 5 cents is where it is consolidating, and it got up to a point to where it pumped to 7 cents today. Basically jumped a crazy amount, and now it's down to 6 cents here, and that's not bad. It's only 1 cent above where you were, which technically is a lot, but yeah, I think Doge could be solid long term. I like Doge now accepting to pay for plane tickets and NBA use. Thank you for your advice, though. I'll just do 1K worth for now. That's what I was thinking as well. Hey, Matt, kind of hungry. What sounds good for breakfast this morning? Sidebar, cool April Fool's joke. I think what sounds really good for breakfast right now is Eggs Benedict. Have you ever had Eggs Benedict? Amazing. If you can make it at home with your own, why can't I think of the sauce name? Oh my goodness, it's blowing my mind. Oh, Jesus. I can't think of it. Oh my goodness, it's I can't think of it. It's literally, please someone help me. There you go, holidays. There we go. I couldn't hollandaise. I couldn't actually do it. I couldn't actually think about it. For some reason, I was thinking of mayonnaise. I knew it was A's at the end. Hollandaise, I know. There we go. If you can make your own, which I tend to do all the time. My wife doesn't like it. I love it so much. It's not that hard to make. You just poach the eggs. You can poach it easily, and then you can make your hollandaise sauce easily. On and off the heat. You take the yolks, go on and off the heat, just to create more of a thicker consistency. Maybe add a little bit of flavor in there, some lemon, a little bit of salt and pepper. Just do it up a little bit. It's making me hungry. I don't eat breakfast that often. Actually, I don't eat breakfast at all. So it's sometimes I'll eat breakfast if my schedule goes weird. All right, so we have 563 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I think we have some good movement today. In the world is that? The real deal is one of the hardest sauces. It is one of the hardest sauces to make? I don't think it's one of the hardest sauces to make. It's just one of the most time-consuming sauces to make, and it doesn't hold easily. Sometimes it gets loose if you have it out for a while, right? So cheesy grits and shrimp for the win. That's definitely good. That's really good. Anyways, I don't want to have to. How do you set a 15-day moving average on Webull? So if you go up to here, you go up to the indicators, you can set a moving average, and it'll automatically set maybe a 15 moving average. It might be a 20, but if you click this little what's it called, the gear or something, it looks like a bolt. You can select the 15 moving average and change it to 20 or change it to 25 or 202, whatever you wanted to do. A lot of times before this, I would use 20, but I feel like that was too far. You know what? How much is 4,000 worth of Doge? 6,000. It's not enough. Can you explain? You got a baby up there making noise. And talk about stocks. Call it Wolf and Kitchen. Wolf of Kitchen Street. What? It's weird. But yeah, I love to cook. I was a chef for like 6 years. I say 7, but it was like 6.5. So let's round up. All right. So AMC is below 1% of an increase. GME is at 1.5%. Cost is at 0.4%. And I'm currently up $93, $95 on cost. Rocket's up 0.78%. I would like to see them up higher. SOS is pretty much break even. I want them to push up to about $8 to where I can gain a pretty decent amount of money. It was supposed to be something quicker than this, but it did drop down a little bit more as the market was down. So understandable. Ride is actually, it's making a little bit of a move down, but I am still positive on it. I'm at $137 of a gain. I'm in at $11.86 of a cost basis, currently at $12.55. ZOM is up 3%, up to $1.63, which is definitely a good thing. My cost basis is $1.69. So getting closer and closer to my cost basis. I do want that to push way above where it is. If I do see the fact that it can pull back down to 143, I will find that potential up there, sell, get back in at a low, because it won't count as a day trade if I do that. So if it can get higher up to the cost base, if it looks like it's pushing too much, then I will find a way to get in lower, buy in more with with 1,000 shares instead of 960. I'm no chef, but I'll make you killer hog in Cajun microwave. What? FTFT was moving. Recipe Benedict. Crab cake on the original with hollandaise. That sounds interesting. I have like a little cough here. Sorry. Hollandaise sauce, yes. It's delicious. If you make it right, it's delicious. We have 550 people in here. Continue to hit that like button, guys. It does help out. If you guys want to follow the MP Shorts channel, please do so. It's the first link, or the pinned link in the chat. And if you want to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. I update everybody when I start streaming on the Discord group. Let me know, did you get a notification today? I figured with less videos, maybe you'll get a notification for the stream. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord group, there's a great group of people, and yeah, we're always talking about interesting stuff, about different things that are happening, AMC related, other position related. We have a number of groups there, so go ahead and follow on that. I think it's good. We also have the second level of Patreon where you can get my swing trades, which this week were Tesla and MVIS, and they moved quite a bit. So I feel good about those. But yeah, if you can't afford a margin account, don't trade. That's not necessarily the case. I don't even like to trade on margin. So you can actually make a pretty decent amount of money even with investing at $1,000. And some of these platforms like Webull will actually give you margin on like lower amounts rather than, you know, Fidelity. I think it's like 5,000 or something. I'm not 100% sure. How much you went over the weekend? It's a rare Thursday. That is also a Friday. Now, should I stream tomorrow for a little bit, because I don't like, I have this blocked off on my schedule, even though there's nothing happening in the market. Could you mod me on your gaming channel? Enjoying your shorts, by the way. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Well, it's the Perry Experience channel, so it's gaming, it's podcasts, it's reactions. I actually have a reaction where it's a long video because it's a Marvel lover versus a Marvel hater. I seen that video and reacted to it, and I think it's pretty interesting. And I kind of have to leave everything in because I would typically trim it down, but the video is 27 minutes by itself. So my video had to be a lot longer than that. So it's a very long video in the length of like a podcast length. Like, it's pretty long. I don't know how many people will watch it all the way through, but I think it's pretty interesting. And if you don't know, I love Marvel. So sleep in and have a family day tomorrow. Well, I'm still working. Like, I still am online for my 9 to 5. So it's not something where I would be taking away from anybody, and my children still go to daycare. So especially if we're paying $2,000 a month for daycare. Yeah, it could be 2 mortgages or 1 mortgage, depending how expensive your house is. Or it can be half of a mortgage. What do I think about Snyder Cut? I liked it. I really liked it. I liked Snyder Cut because, and I'm not spoiling anything, but it's because it was 4 hours long. I like a continuous story. I could watch a movie that was 12 hours long because I love storylines. I don't care what the storyline is. It could be the worst storyline in the world, but if it does have, you know, basically a beginning, middle, and ending, I will critique every single piece of it, but I will enjoy it because it's so long. Did I say 4 minutes? 4 hours. DC has better heroes. Marvel is better at storytelling. I mean, they both have great heroes. I can't say that one has better heroes than the other. Obviously, I'm used to Marvel heroes, but I like both. All right, so we have 3 minutes until the market opens. We need to get prepared. 3 minutes. Right now, AMC's at 1%. Let's see if we can see this increase. GME is at 2%. Cost is at 0.4% still. Rocket's at 0.5%. SOS is at 8.8%. Ride is at 7%. So I want to continue to see that grow. Like I said with ZOM, this might be something where I quickly, sell all my shares, which is, I believe, Control A. I'm not 100% sure. But we'll see how that goes. I say no, take the time off to spend with your family. The thing is, my family won't be here. My children still go to daycare because we're paying a crazy amount in these daycare expenses, and then also my wife works, so I'm the only one here, anyways. This is what's crazy about working for a hospital. Yeah, you get great benefits, medical benefits, and um, also paid time off. Like, you get a lot of great benefits, but you work more because working in the medical field, it's different. I guess that is true. Perfect time to play COD, but that would be in the middle of my work day because I'm actually working a 9 to 5. If I took the day off, then that would be the case, but I didn't take the day off. It's still a work day. It's the beginning of close. So today I have a pretty packed day. Tomorrow I have a pretty packed day. So yeah, we have 1 minute. Are we seeing any type of rise? We're seeing GME make a little bit of a move. Let's look at the 1 day and 1 minute to see how that does work out, what's happening here. So RIDE is starting to take a little bit of a dive. I hope it doesn't dive down, being up 7%, which it could possibly still do. It will suck if it does. I'm not sure if I should take this profit and let it drop down, or if I would see this rise again. But I do see this as a swing trade to continue to go up. So that's what I'm going to play as. If it does decrease, then it decreases. That's fine. So it's looking like it is making a move. You can see GME that's starting to make a move. The market is open. It's fluctuating. So it's making a move up or down. Don't want to see it drop below 6%. SOS is at 0.4%. Rocket's actually at 1%. It's making a move up. Cost is at 0.8%. Want to see that make a pretty decent move. We're not really seeing a ton of volume. It must be very boring watching this in the middle of the day, not really doing much. For all the people that are probably going over this midday throughout the whole entire day, like what are they really talking about there? Because the markets aren't really doing anything. Yeah, make sure you send that video that I posted yesterday about insider trading to everybody. Share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, put it on everywhere. People are like, oh, it's Friday, basically. It seems that way. Cost is making a move down. It's down 1% at the moment, down to $22.26. You can see me at my cost basis of $22.11. I can definitely see this probably pushing down some more. AMC is still flat. Yeah, you can see that decrease, but it still is flat. RIDE is starting to make that pullback. Look at that. Starting to make that pullback here. My cost basis is $11.86. And that's understandable to make that pullback. ZOM is making a little bit of a pullback. I wanted to make it an even 1,000 shares, so it doesn't hurt to buy into 1,000 more shares. Doesn't matter really where I buy it at this point. It's going to bring it down, or not 1,000 more shares, 40 more shares. It doesn't seem like anything's really moving. Now I have an even 1,000 shares of ZOM. It's good. Cost basis still at $1.69. Fubo TV is starting to take a little bit of a hit. I was thinking of making a move into there. Should I buy about 100 shares there? Is this at its low? It's looking like it's pulling very far away from the 200 moving average or the 15 moving average. So is this at the low? It does look like it is sort of at the low. I don't want to buy more. I would have too many shares of a lot of things. 100 shares? How much is that? 2,000. There we go. We're seeing that push down. We're seeing cost is down 1%. Fubo TV is down to 4% increase. We're seeing that really fight around this area. I don't know where we're going to see that increase here, but we are going to see that come back to the 15 moving average. I just don't know how far. So we'll take this as a move. Maybe we can get a good dollar out of it if that ends up being the case. We're just not seeing the volume today. We're not seeing any volume today. You're not seeing anything today. When did I get in at my order? 2331. Looking for that to go to 2431 at least. Smash the like button because this guy's another boring day. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a good day here. It looks like a lot of things are going to be flat. You have Rocket that's down to 0.28%, SOS up to 2%. That's pretty good. SOS up to 2%. I'm happy with that. Ride definitely took a hit, definitely dropped down. That sucks. Definitely sucks. Tesla's still making, I guess, a little bit of a move. It did dive down, but starting to make a move back up. I'm hoping that Fubo TV will make a move back up to the 15 moving average, maybe above to where they opened at. Hopefully that's the case, but we don't really know exactly where that's going to go. It doesn't really look. How do I set up a stop loss on Webull? So if you go here and you actually set up a stop loss when you buy the market order, you can set it up. And you continue to adjust that if you want to. So if you wanted to go to sell, you can easily set up that stop loss. But it has to be like a stop. So you can do that while you're buying, but you can also do it instantly while you just set up a stop, whatever the actual stop is, stop price. So there you go. This might end up stair-stepping on the way down, which I wanted to see this as either a short-term gain of $1 or I had two plays in this because I do want to get into Fubo TV as a long-term play here, or not long-term swing trade, because it does look like a great option, but you can get a decent amount from it. So if you look at the swing trade opportunities that it could have on the way up that it had yesterday, you see that it does have a chance at $31, $32. It does have a chance to continue to push back up with all of the positivity that happens in Fubo TV. So we'll see how that plays out. Because I think it does have a chance, but if I can gain $100 today, then that's fine. I don't want to hold on to this many stocks of a swing trade. It just gets overwhelming when everything hits, everything hits positive. So yeah. Looks like costs is still up for me, but just not really doing an amazing job here. So it fluctuates between, up 0.58% to down. GME and AMC are both down. AMC's down to $9.96, which could be very interesting. Doesn't look like it's going to be the most positive day. You do have NIO that's up, but I think it's most things are taking a little bit of a hit in the first 30 minutes. Starting to recover. You can see that this is like stair-stepping on the way down. Hopefully we can see like a recovery here, but we don't really know at this moment. Looks like Zomedica is pretty much consolidating in between $1.59 and $1.60. Not really moving too much from there. Understandable. It's considered a Friday, right? It's the weekend basically. Savage, you didn't watch the whole video. Thought you were being investigated. Yeah, you have to watch the whole video on that. And so that's about 7,000 views. Make sure you share that to as many people as you can. Am I the only one to do an April Fool's joke today so far? Hopefully I don't miss anything. What am I looking at? Fubo TV. Taking a dive down. Taking a dive. Taking a nose dive. Hopefully we can see that increase. It looks like that crossover is an indication of a downward trend. So goes down too low. Probably either gonna have to get just stopped out. There we go. Let's see some increasing there. See some increasing. Let's go. Let's move it up. Let's do this. I don't know if it's going to continue to consolidate somewhere around between this level or what, but looks interesting to me. Zom moving a bit. That was back then. I mean, now they're not really taking any type of move. You've seen Ride take a huge hit after it did increase here. So it was taking a hit in the beginning, did increase back to basically where the break-even point is, and did drop down again. You can make a decent amount of money off of that. 17 cents up to 59 cents. So depending how much you put into it, you can make a decent amount. Tesla still up to 682. Did go up to a high of what, 688? 688. That's not bad. Microvision, what's Microvision doing? That's actually making a little bit of a comeback. Can get back to 17. Did drop down to 16. $16.16. I guess it did have a little bit of a rise up to $17.39. But yeah, I see nothing but positive things for Microvision. I understand they are negative today, but I see nothing but positive things. You hear that NIO had their stock valued at $60 plus, and in the last 48 hours it's gone up $32. Well, that's perfect. Look at Microvision. Look at them making a move. Starting to get back up to where they're supposed to be. Fubo TV is now making a move as well. I'm making a pretty decent move. See if I can gain $100 out of that today. That'll be good. Right now I'm at $35, so it is starting to pull back to the 15 moving average. That makes sense. If it starts pulling too far away, it makes sense why it would pull back. Hopefully it holds strong at certain levels. I don't really see any buy walls here. Buy walls at $23.31. Basically where my buy-in point is. So I do see a wall right there, but it's not a large wall. And then we also see it at $23.08. So pushing that up. If it goes down to $23.10, that's where I don't want to see it. Ride up 5%. Making a slight move, but it was better in the pre-market. It should have just stayed there. I think the April Fool from every YouTuber is bad about AMC because a lot of people just reading the topic. Imagine 30,000 people not watching, just reading the topic from everyone. Yeah, April Fool's market is crashing. Since wow, the world is ending. Man, if 50-cent price action scares you, AMC might not be it for you. True. Imagine AMC dropping $1, bro, and not 50 cents. Yeah. I want to see this. It did get down to my below my cost average on Webull, so might end up having to buy some more of AMC. I want to see some positive price action with Fubo TV. I want to buy about $1,000 worth of Doge and just let that sit there. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We have 446 people in here and we have 520 likes. I know how that seems, but I would imagine that a lot of people didn't hit the like button. And if you did, I thank you for doing that. It looks like Fubo TV, I'm up $29. Cost, I'm up $57. Ride, I'm up $129. AMC is getting close to my cost average. It did go below it, but it's at $30 up right now. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to tie up a lot. I mean, buying what 1,000 shares worth of Doge is like $300 or something. I don't know. It's you're not spending a crazy amount of money, and you're holding up a small amount with the potential of, gaining a crazy amount in the long term. And I don't really like holding things long term that don't really pay you a dividend, but something that could be growth is definitely interesting to me. So tying up something like $1,000 for me is not that big of a deal, in my opinion. It looks like we have some pretty decent movement here. It's just we're not seeing the movement with AMC. We're not seeing the movement with AMC or GME. We're seeing downward movement with AMC down to $9.66, down 5%. GME's down 3%. Cost is down 0.15%. Rocket's down 0.17%. SOS is up, 4.82%. That's pretty good. Getting closer and closer to where my cost average actually is. So that's interesting. This is the problem with buying at these lows. When you buy at the lows, they could be not just false lows, but they could be could have lower lows than that, which sucks. Looks like Fubo TV is making a little bit more of a move. Yeah, we're definitely seeing a move here. Definitely seeing a move here. Seeing that crossover, that indication of an uptrend. Are we seeing any strength? Are we seeing any buying power? Are we seeing any resistance? Right now would be a pretty decent gain. It wouldn't be anything crazy, anything to write home about, but it would be a pretty decent gain. So yeah, I just sold that position, covered that. What did I get filled at? I don't even know. Sell at 23.75, so not really a crazy gain at all. But I do see the positive as it is continuing to move up, but I wanted to get a little bit of something there. So we could see that ZOM is actually making a move. Crap. I wanted to get more into there. What is that, like a $30 gain that I had? But that would be a little bit higher, but I got sold out lower. That's what sucks about selling at market value. It did go back up. SOS is making a little bit of a move. That's good. But yeah, I think the perfect example here. Wow, Microvision's taking a hit again. The perfect example here, if you wanted to end up getting in, you want to find where this low is. That's not a bad opportunity. But the perfect example of buying and selling and just accepting a profit is that of what I just did. Really, you can see that they did go up a little bit more, but I ended up selling at 75, and they could possibly still see a little bit of a rise. But that's a decent increase. I sometimes just don't like seeing that pullback, and that pullback would have sold me out either way. So I didn't even attempt to set a stop loss. I just sold at a market value. But you can basically make a decent amount of money from it from doing a bunch of shares, or from selling a bunch of shares. AMC, what do you share offering? Look at this news. I will look at that news. Now let's look over this 500 million share offering that has been announced. A 500 million share offering that has been announced for AMC. As predicted, AMC directors were selling stock after no longer being restricted after earnings. AMC just announced that their 10K raised today. AMC increased the share count from roughly 100 million to 450 million. Where's I don't see anything that has been announced. I don't see anything that's been announced. Yeah, the vote count was, it was supposed to be May 4th, right? That's what I thought it was. Fubo TVs. Fubo TV's making a little bit of a move, more than, it went up to $24. Looks like Tesla's making a move as well. AMC is down quite a bit. So is AMC's down a lot compared to the rest of them. AMC's down 5%. Why would it be down that much? I don't want to keep quoting manipulation, but geez. Also, GME is mirroring GME. This is an attack. Why would GME be mirroring GME? Yeah, this could be a very large attack. I mean, I'm fine with seeing that. It gives people a buying opportunity. I'm okay with that. But you know, seeing that as a large attack, it does suck there. Let's look at my count to see what I made there. So Fubo TV, I made $43 today. Could have made a little bit more if I let it sit there a little bit more, but it did take a little bit of a hit as it came down, but it looks like it's starting to really push up, showing that indication of an uptrend, which does suck. But I took my profit at $43. I'm okay with that. Follow level 2 on AMC. You will see algorithmic refill. Keeping it down. That's interesting. What are they doing? They have no short shares available, so I guess they're just naked shorting it, short laddering, doing whatever they can in order to bring it down, because it's starting to make a little bit of a move back up, but it is decreasing quite a bit. All right, so it looks like AMC is making a little bit of a move, but it has been down the whole entire day so far, the first 30 minutes. We have 4 minutes left until this live stream is over, but yeah. Just woke up, sorry, GME mirroring AMC. Okay, what did the CEO say? I didn't see it. What did he say? 500 million. 500 million will dilute AMC, but not bad. There's also rumors them streaming. If it's true, they will need the shares. Oh, sell the money. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I don't think that, yes, dilution is bad. Yes, decrease of the stock price is bad, right? But you look at what that gives us is a lot more buying opportunity. Driving the price lower doesn't mean that we're necessarily out of it. It gives people more opportunity to get in. And I understand if you put everything in it right now and it does drop down, that will suck. But just know that it does give that same possibility of growing to 100, actually probably even more, giving that possibility to squeeze to 100 or $200 worth of value. We start holding more and more of those shares, buying up more and more that are available, because we're looking to just buy the heck out of this thing, right? So I think it's actually a good thing. It could be a bad thing, it could be a good thing. We just need to see how people react to it. If we react in the wrong way, because we know that they're offering the shares, right? If they offer it, if we react in the wrong way and don't continuously buy up these positions, then it could be bad. But I'm pretty sure it will be good. I told you weeks ago, GME was always the better play. AMC doesn't give retail and are diluting shares. No. GME was GME or GameStop is a much larger company, right? They control more of that sector. They've always controlled more of the sector, so it makes sense why they would have growth as fast as they do. They don't need to offer any more shares, but AMC would need to offer more shares in order to grow as big as something like a GameStop, right? So I feel like it's not a bad thing. It's showing that you have a lot of growth potential without doing a stock split or something like that. You're actually seeing people buy up these positions and seeing the supply and demand, basically. There's a lot that goes into it. Dilution is good, just not short term. You're right. And I don't, and it depends how we define short term. Are we defining short term as weeks? Because I would define it as weeks. Oh, it looks like it did pull back down. So maybe I did make a okay sell. You know, at $43 of an increase, I did make a pretty decent sell. I'll take that. I'll take that. Dilution is bad if you're looking for a short squeeze. Let's let the shorts be able to cover. But the thing about it is the short squeeze, the ability of squeezing them out of their position is to have them cover, because we want them to cover just to increase the price. So if they increase that price as we're buying it up, it creates more and more of an increase, a faster increase at that. They have more shares that are available, they're buying up the price, we're buying up the price, and then they start seeing that go up, which means they have to continue to short in order to bring the price down again. So we're in the same situation. It's not going to affect it longer term, so maybe like a few weeks to a month, but it'll actually make it better, because it shows our true supply and demand as the supply is out there, and we're showing that we want to buy that thing up. It actually is going to be pretty interesting. You can look at the overall share price going down. It's not something that is going to truly affect it that much. I know if the price goes down to $2, I'm buying up a crazy amount of shares, and I'm sure a lot of other people are with me. And I'm not saying that as financial advice. This is merely just my opinion. But I know if it goes down to $2, you can't tell me that's not interesting to you to buy, 1,000 more shares and only spend $2, or buy 10,000 more shares, and like you're getting a steal basically. Raise the volume, bring the noise. That's what I'm saying. It makes you get a realistic low price while this interest is absolutely crazy. Do you know what I mean? You said that would bankrupt you. This is where the hold potential, this is where it gets tough. It gets tough if it does dilute, because tell you the truth, I'm holding right now, right? I'm holding at a crazy amount. Well, not a crazy amount, but I'm holding 1,000 shares. And if it does go down to $2, because of these shares being introduced, I would buy up a lot more. Am I being concerned because I have $15,000, or technically more than that, like $17,000 worth of stock? Is that something I would be worried about? No. I mean, that's a lot of money. Something I'd be worried about? No, because I do believe in the position that it is going to go up. And with that, it creates more potential to buy into more of the position. AMC average just got lower. What doesn't make sense though? %6 decrease is far from a dump, dude. Relax. Yeah, oh, you're talking to someone else. Yeah, my 1,000 shares will be worth less, but I would be dumping as much as I possibly can into a $2 stock price. I'm saying that my cost average would come down, but it would come down dramatically because you're splitting the difference between, 12, or you're splitting the difference between $2 and $9, and it could be an even split. Or if I literally buy up 10,000 shares worth of $2 stock, or I buy up 1,000 shares or 2,000 shares worth of $2 stock, that's literally doubling the amount that I have, which would evenly split the difference between the two. But then if I buy up more, which will only be about $6,000, if I buy, let's say, $3,000 worth of a $2 stock, right? 3,000 shares worth of a $2 stock, it would be $6,000. So then I can easily buy up all that, which would be a lot more than what my cost average is now, or what I have now, which makes me lower that cost average even more. So why would you not sell everything and buy back in it too? That would definitely be an option as well. We don't know when this dilution is actually going to happen, but like I said, for me, I'm looking to get out at a certain price target. If it does get up to that price target, if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Typically, I would say, okay, if I know that the dilution is going to happen, it makes sense to do that. But we don't want everybody to physically just get out right before the dilution happens. Then it ends up being a very tricky situation. We got to practice patience over time. Yeah. So if people like me, or people that hold a lot of shares, don't end up being greedy and save all of their profits or all of that money to invest in lower, and just buy more shares as the price does go up, then it'll save a lot of the people with less money a lot more money, if that makes sense. It'll save them more money there. So it tends to be confusing. It gets confusing at times. Looks like ZOM is dropping down some more too. Jesus. Yeah, you never know when it's going to drop. If you get to a price target where you're at, if you feel comfortable at 14 and you sell at 14, then go ahead and do what you do at 14. And you see that this dilution is going to happen. Okay, it's going to happen, and you never really know when it is going to go down. So you're right. But what I would say is for me, I'm just going to take, if we can get up to $20, and I'll take that profit. If it does end up diluting the stock price and I'm out, then I obviously timed it the right way. But if it doesn't, then I'm going to hold on. It's probably going to bring it down to like where it is. So if it was at $10 and it dilutes it down to $5, because say it ends up, you're adding basically double the amount of shares that you have in the market now. You bring it down half, down to $5. That's not a bad price to be in at. I've been down there before. I wasn't scared at that point. $2, yes, it is a little bit scary at that price, but it does create a lot of buying opportunities. But I do see it, probably decreasing the stock price by like half. So it's at $10, it'll drop down to like $5 or so. We'll see how that works out. But this is all more rumors than anything, right? Or news, but not official, not actually confirmed, right? I sold right now. I'm going to buy in at the lowest price today. Yeah, if you figure that's the best situation, then go ahead and do that. I'm not going to take it away from anybody or tell anybody that they're paper hands or anything like that, because that's not the case. You're trying to secure your profits and looking to buy in lower so that you can end up making more profits in the end. It makes sense. I feel like I made a great move with Fubo TV, getting in at this price of $23.31 and then selling at $23.75. I feel like that wasn't bad. What's Rocket doing? Not much of anything. Looks like AMC did have a little bit of an increase. It's up to 3. Oh, wow. I'm way past time. All right. Anyways, I got to get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, share that video out that I posted earlier today with everybody if you are interested in doing that. Also, check out my MP Shorts channel, which is linked in the chat. It's the pinned link in the chat. But I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.